Oh, he's leaving, boys. He's leaving. But not for 4.4 million. Dean Henderson, offer accepted, 38.5 million. Let's hope he plays the first leg of this cup semi-final because it's still a few days away and we may have sold our goalkeeper right before we play Fulham in the Cabarao Cup semi-final. Let's run that intro. Let's see if we make it to Wembley. And let's see how young Tommaso Martinelli starts developing because he's going to be our number one. Welcome back to another episode here on the Damo YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. As always, about 70 to 80% of you are not subscribed. So if you could hit that big red button down below, leave a comment on what you would do in my position. Would you play Tommaso Martinelli off the bat, or would you go and get another first choice keeper? I'm leaning towards playing Martinelli or Tommaso. I like his first name better. I've got a cousin called Tommaso. I quite like it. I'm leaning to playing. We're pretty safe. We're in 10th. The board just want us not to get relegated. It would be pretty hard for us to go down. Meanwhile, Brentford are only on 6 points and are proving to be one of the worst teams going around. They do have a goalkeeper in Kellier. I am very interested in maybe trying to pick him up next season if he has a relegation release fee. Which he does not, but we might be able to pick up Kellier to be in goal, which would be not too bad as well. In terms of how we've gone since we last met, which was the Cabarao Cup quarterfinal, very patchy is what I would say, and we'd love to concede goals. It's been a while since we've kept a clean sheet. We beat Arsenal 3-2 in a crazy game at home. We played out of our skin, and just highlighting when the system is on, the system is on. Bosnijek starting yet again, and he's been in some form, ladies and gentlemen, and I might need to start playing him over Pietro Pellegrini because he is just consistent. He knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. He has 7 goals in 18. We look better when he's on the park instead of Pietro, but it's a good problem to have. We then lost to Villa 1-0, which was a little bit annoying, as you can see here. Villa just play this, this sort of attacking football every time. They go from 4-2-4 into 4-2-3-1, and it's hard to contend with, and we got absolutely beat away from home. We then played Man United at home, and we drew 3-3, which on paper is not a bad performance, but they had 4 shots on target, and Henderson dropped to 6.0. That is not what we want to see, and I am very upset with that. It's not the reason why we're selling him, because he still is fantastic and is the main reason we're in 10th. From his start of season, he was really good. But Henderson conceding a few chances there that were no good. And in the last game we played Chelsea. We also drew 3-3. So, as you can see here as well, it was a very open game of football and probably deserved to draw based on the stats. What that means in the data hub is, again, we should be in 7th and we're in 10th for 7 goals over our XG, which is perfect. But if you look at the XGA table, we have a very, very, very leaky defense. We're 5 goals over where we should be in the data, which means we're 2 points under as well. And that's the difference between us definitely finishing mid-table and us maybe going on a poor run of form and then fighting to make sure that we're not in a relegation battle. I don't think we're going down this season, but the main reason is that unfortunately the opponents are converting at a higher rate this season than they did last season, but that's because we're using the 4-4-2 attacking a little more. I see the potential if you get a team that is very physical in terms of work rate, this system will be utterly, utterly fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to sim forward to the semi-final and play that game against Fulham. I will say right now that if Henderson's still here, he does play the first leg because it's so important for us. But I've got no qualms in saying that I'm personally going to play Tommaso Martinelli in goal, the 6'4" Italian wonder kid, and just develop him into an absolute beast. All right, Cabarao Cup first leg semi-final. Tommaso Martinelli in goal because Dean Henderson did get sold, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There is Fulham's team. Lorenzo Luca up front, Harry Wilson there too. It is a big old game for Stoke. If we can put in a good performance here, we can dare to dream to put in a decent performance away from home and make it to Wembley. And off we go. First highlight, McGuinness, corner, front stick, headed by Jamie Lawrence, and there he is, 6'7", Jamie Lawrence scores, and we lead 1-0. As I said, this 4-4-2, it is aggressive, but it has got the backbone of set pieces, long throws, and big boys that can head a ball. And Jamie Lawrence is the biggest of the lot, and he smashes that one home, and it is 1-0 Stoke. Good start from us, match momentum-wise as well. Highlight here, Strand Larson. Oh, it's a red card for Rosario. He is absolutely chopped Strand Larson. It's 1-0, 20 minutes in. And we are up against 10 men. Corner, Jeffin Simmons. Front stick. Strand Larson heads home. 2 set pieces, 2 goals. We love to see it. And we are 2-0 to the good in the first leg of the semi-final of the Cabarao Cup. We dream of a European competition. The only way we'll do that is probably by winning a cup competition. We're putting ourselves in the driver's seat to make it to Wembley and to see if we can do that. Highlight here, Robinson. And that Fulham will go backwards here with the 10-man Anderson. Very good centre-back in Fantasy Premier League for those wondering at the moment. Lukic goes all the way back to Leno. Can we force him long? We don't, but that's fine. Can never pronounce this guy's name correctly, so we'll just wait until someone that we know gets the ball. And they just keep knocking it between the 2 guys I can't pronounce. But Anton Robinson, I know, and they come forward. Brian gets the run of play. And there we are. Brian scores. 10 men Fulham make it 2-1. That's a lifeline for Fulham. I'm pretty upset that we've conceded to 10 men Fulham here. But yeah, that's a pretty good goal. It's probably going to be halftime 2-1. Well, at least we're leading, but this is really an opportunity for us to put this leg to bed. At halftime, it is 2-1. I'm going to tell them I'm actually not happy that we've conceded, and the boys have responded well. And second half, I hope we make it 4-1, 5-1 is the dream. Highlight from kickoff 2 after a rip-snorting team talk. Watson, Pellegrini. What a ball to Strand Larson. Didn't find him. Jevon Simmons, though, in the area. Oh, it's nearly an own goal. Falls to McGuinness. His ball back stick. Jevon Simmons won't win. That's probably the highlight because it was cleared off the goal line. It's not. Brian's running. This game's descending into madness. End-to-end action. Ball up the other way. Pellegrini and Simmons looking to play a 1-2. Doesn't happen. Anton, McGuinness. Okay, highlight of ball bobbling around, but it's ended in the back of the net. Strand Larson makes it 3-1. We're back to a 2-goal ascendancy. Not the cleanest highlight in the Match Engine Football Manager, but sure. Players running into each other, balls bobbling around, blocks falling back to people. In the end, falls to Strand Larson. It's 3-1. It's chaos ball. It's 4-4-2. Leno going along. Antoine Robinson. Brian. Looks for Lorenzo Luca. 3-2. They have 10 men and we keep conceding. This is our biggest problem this year is we keep conceding too many goals. Just a long ball over the top and here we go. Poor from Jamie Lawrence and Lorenzo Luca scoring with his feet. 3-2. Highlight, Harry Wilson. They make it 3-3 here. I'm going to be livid. Instead, it's headed away. We're on the break. Jevon Simmons. If we go 4-2 up, I'm going to go in the defensive system and just be like, boys, why do we need to go defensive against 10 men? They are playing better with 10 men than they did with 11. Oh, my word. We're in trouble. Oh, we're a bunch of bottle jobs. We're a bunch of bottle jobs. It's 3-3. What in the earth is going on? They are playing better with 10. Look at these second runs. Oh, my word. Simmons, another highlight. Whippage. Backstick ball, Jamie Lawrence. Another corner, another header, another goal. Now it's a case, do we go defensive to eke out a 1-goal win? Or do we go aggressive and try and get a second goal? I actually think, as bad as it sounds, we are going to go defensive. Because what is the point? David is not going to come in, is he? We need some fitness on the part. We've got a couple of injuries in that, so we're a little bit legless. We're going to go with Tommaso in as a DLP on support. Going to get Mbabo in for Devon Wrench for the long throws. Anton's one of our best players, but I'm going to bring Madison in to give us fresh legs to deal with it. Bassie's going to go to the other side, and it's going to be David as a winger, who's our backup left back, but can get forward. We're moving to the defensive system. Time ticking away here. The defensive system has eked out a 1-goal win, which is fantastic. Horrendously poor performance from us, especially defensively. Jamie Lawrence gets a 9.1, but defended defended awful. If you look at the stats, 22 shots, 8 on target, 2.73 XG. Fulham, 5 shots, 4 on target, 3 goals. 0.7 XG. We've absolutely battered them and dominated this game, yet the tie is on, and if I had to make a prediction based on what we just saw, 11 men Fulham are going to beat us in the second leg and we're going to go out in the semi-final of the Cabarao Cup. That is a very disappointing display when you're 2 goals up against 10 men, 3-1 up against 10 men, to only win 4-3. Yeah, the boys have had an absolute stinker. First highlight, second leg, Sessignon, front stick, cleared. McGuinness flicks, but it's only going to be as far as Tete. We are 4-3 up. We had a big opportunity, obviously, against 10 men, and we squandered it. But now it's about playing 90 minutes of good football. We are on the aggressive system for now, and we'll see how the game pans out to see what we do. Martinelli goes long with a Bosnijek who started over Pellegrini. Flick on to Simmons. Jevin finds Devin Wrench. Anton. Strand Larson. Ball to McGuinness was the right ball, just didn't find him. Borza now. Finds McGuinness. Ball in the box. Again, for the third time, all 3 games we've seen a highlight where it's a deflected ball that's fallen to the keeper, and if it hasn't taken a touch of the defender, we would have tapped it in, and it's going to be 0-0. Watson winning the ball back. Jamie Lawrence. Anton now. Jamie Lawrence. Anton again. Strand Larson. McGuinness. Beating people. Can he whip it? He does. Bosnijak's there. We do lead 1-0. We're 2 goals to the good. It's 3-5 on aggregate. We're 1-0 up. That's a great goal. Bosnijak's been in much better form than Pellegrini. We did just lose to Liverpool 3-1. Pellegrini did score a consolation goal off the bench. But Bosnijak's been in much better form. And he's back from injury and he fires home. And we are 1-0 to the good on the night. Highlight from kickoff. Before we can even think about the defensive system, the game's like, no. But Bosnijak wins. McGuinness. Dare to dream. Strand Larson. What a turn. What a run. What a bit of brilliance. Still going Strand Larson. Oh, it would have been an outrageous goal. Oh, it's a goal. Sorry, I'm texting my girlfriend. Didn't even see it. Strand Larson scores. McGuinness cross. Apologies there, everybody. Don't get distracted. But there we are. Ball in front stick. And that is 2-0 on the night with 6-3 up on aggregate. It's a pretty good start to this second leg of the Cabarao Cup. Corner, Brian. If this goes in, it's a bit detrimental. We get it away from Lorenzo Luca, which is nice, but it's going to come back with King, who will cycle. Sessignon can whip a ball in. Simmons tackle falls back to him. Lukic. Picked off by Anton. The ball to Bosnijak's great. We're out. On the break we go. It is Jevin Simmons. Anton now. Watson's feet. Bosnijak. Can we find the ball down the line? Devin Wrench going on a run. The ball to Strand Larson. Sensational. And Leno probably should have done better. But it's a header by Strand Larson. It's 3-7. We're 3 goals up on the night. 4 goals up on aggregate. That's probably the tie over to concede 4. I definitely think we'll go and switch into the defensive system not too long after half-time. But that's a great header. Leno should do a lot better. But it is another goal, and we are looking like we're going to Wembley. At half-time, it is finished 3-0, and the players are delighted. We'll move into the defensive system in about 10 minutes' time. Kelly with the throw-in. They probably need to score now to make this game become a little bit interesting. But yeah, Sessignon's ball in, Lorenzo Luca, I had to speak into existence. We are on the defensive system, though, which should see this game out. But we do concede because we don't know how to keep a clean sheet at the moment. 3-1, 4-7. They need 3 goals. There's still enough time for them to come back. This would be... If they come back and it goes extra time or whatever, I'll just forfeit. They can just win. So, oh my God. Don't do this. This makes no sense. We're 4 goals up. It's a defensively minded system that... Don't you dare. If they score here, I'll be livid. Football Manager, you make no sense. This is a system that kept 1 million clean sheets in the championship. It single-handedly kept us up last season. Don't you... Panic stations. We're throwing it away. Lawrence come off for Coppola. Bors has had a stinker as well. Don't want the red card. Bosnijak for Pietro as well, just in case we need a penalty. Highlight from kickoff. And we give the ball... Oh my God, it's game over. We've lost. King, Watson, Pellegrini. Don't you... Boys, thank Christ. What is going on? Everyone just relax for a second. Out of nowhere, Fulham have had 2 highlights in 2 minutes and scored 2 goals. Never switching to a defensive system ever again. Makes no sense. We can't stop conceding. Again, we've limited Fulham to 3 shots on target and concede 2 goals. And it's not even the goalkeeper's fault because Henderson was doing the same. Time's ticking away here. It should be all she wrote. It should be Wembley. But this makes no sense. 7 minutes of added time. If they score now, I swear I'll be sick. McGuinness. Watson. Coppola wins. Jevons on a 6.1 and had a stinker. I feel physically sick in a game that we should be winning easy. Watson's going down the... Oh, come on. Just... Oh, they've hit the post. It's offside. I'm just please. Please, for the love of God, just sit in and do nothing. Everybody breathe. Everybody breathe. We're through to the final. Oh, we need to fix how we're defending because we can't... Look, I'm going to make the outrageous call. Because of how badly we're defending at the moment, we may get into a relegation fight if the teams in 17, 18 start winning a lot of games of football. Because we can't sustain winning games where we're giving opponents 4 shots on target and conceding 2 or 3. We played against 10 men Fulham in the first leg, giving them only 5 shots total, we conceded 3 goals. Here, they had only 1.58 XG, 4 shots on target. All the XG came from one of their chances being from close range. The defensive system ain't defending. The attacking system ain't defending. No system can keep the ball at the back of the net. It has not been a good time, but we're through to the final. Who are playing in the final? I'm absolutely thrilled. Awesome. Strun Larsen scoring goals. Great. Who we got in the final? That's the question. It doesn't say. Can we go to the final? It's either Man City or Chelsea, so we're likely going to lose. Hopefully it's Chelsea. If it's Man City, then... yeah, it's going to be a fun final. That is coming next. Game in the Cup here, ladies and gentlemen, as we're 4-3 down in the FA Cup against Newcastle. So it doesn't look like we're going to have a double Cup run, especially if they score from this highlight, which they nearly do. Just another one of those games where every highlight that they had has gone in the back of the net. But yeah, we'll stick with the last 5 minutes and see if there is any sort of drama here. I've even tried a mid-block. I've tried moving like our right wing back into an inverted winger. Wing back on defend, to try and help us out. But yeah, nothing works. At the moment, I'm like the full heavy press, trying to get something as a means ball in. Strun Larsen, 4-4. Well, here we go. We've come into an absolute thriller, which is not bad. Bosnijek scored a hat-trick as well in the first half. And they scored from distance twice. Like, we might go through the goals if it finishes 4-4. We go to extra time. No replays anymore in the FA Cup. I would have loved them. But a great ball in and Strun Larsen off the bench scores. Is there a highlight here, late doors? I've already made all 5 changes. Is there a highlight? I would love to see one. This would be outrageous. Extra time. Here we go. Okay. Crazy game of football. So we started off pretty well with Bosnijek scoring the first. Right? Ball in, backstick, Bosnijek header. Great. Then Bruno scoring this chance from distance. And this was their first shot of the game. Bang. Okay, whatever. And then Tonali scores 2 minutes later. Great finish. Can't do much if you're the keeper. Then Bosnijek makes it 2-2. Yet again, David's got 2 assists, and he's playing better than Borza at the moment, so we might be in. Again, Bosnijek backstick. Love it. Kareem Adaroglu scores from close range. From a throw-in highlight. The ball comes in, headed, falls to Mokoku, who was in the right position, and then it's in. And then Bosnijek made it 3-3 right on half-time in the 42nd. Ball in, Anton, his effort was going wild, but Bosnijek sweeps it home. And then we had this goal here in the 70th for Roque, and these guys have just seen the equaliser. But yeah, yet again, they've had 5 shots on target, Newcastle, for 4 goals. It's just really annoying that our whole season's coming down to us literally conceding every chance that the opposition has on target, which is not great. It isn't good enough is what I'm going to say. We've already made full 5 of our changes, so we'll stick with this. In terms of the change I have made to the system, I played an inverted wing back. It really helps us in build out, but I was hoping on defend they'll kind of sit in, kind of like the inverted fullback does, but you know, a little bit further up. They kind of sit in the middle of the park, but they will bomb on, and I don't like it, but I'm trialing it because Wrench is just poor at the moment, boys. Like, it's not happening for him here. But yeah, anyhow, we've made our changes, and who knows? This is an FA Cup next round. It's the 4th round. We beat Wrexham in the 3rd round. Hopefully, an even game. There's no way that this game should have 4 goals in it, considering the XG, but here we are. Highlight right on half-time. Coppola of extra time, that is. Ball into Watson. Finds Conser. See where he comes in, which I don't mind so much because we've got a winger. It's fine. But yeah, anyway, McGuinness going on the run. Ball in. What a save from Pope. Should have been a goal. Like, that should have been a goal. Oh, yeah. Start the second half. We had a big chance. Highlight from kickoff as well. It's been a crazy game. We are live on stream, so make sure you hit the sub button down below. Press like on the YouTube video. And leave a comment to help push out the channel. But yeah, if you hit the notification bell, you'll know when I go live, because I go live on Twitch and on YouTube. As Makoku is in behind here. It's not so much teams getting in behind against us, it's just us conceding from distance, which is annoying. Ball goes into Coppola. David. Good ball from Madsen to McGuinness. Finds Strand Larson. Strand, good run. Cuts it. What a ball, what a header, what a goal. We lead 5-4 here against Newcastle. What a crazy game. 9 goals in this FA Cup tie. And Strand Larson, he's playing injured. He's come off the bench injured. Sets up the goal for number 5. These floated crosses are working really well for us. And that is a great header at the back slip for Amin, the youngster. And there we go. Highlight for Karem. Front stick. In the end, it falls into the grateful hands of Bursic, a backup goalkeeper. And he goes long. Means the target. Doesn't win that header. Should have probably been Strand Larson's a bit taller and a bit bigger and a bit stronger, but it is what it is. And Babbo stands up his man. Watson does well. We clear it into Endo. Miley, Lukaku. Bruno scores, but the flag is straight up. Maybe this is what we need to do. Just get even higher up the pitch to get people offside. But there we are. Time is ticking. 5-4. I should really go into the defensive system, but I'm worried after what happened against Fulham. Victor Roque. Karem. Good tackle from Mbabu. Falls to Hall. A mean tackle. And it falls to Watson. And we're on the break. Jevon Simmons. Poor ball to Strand Larson. Either be in the channel in here or at his feet. And it was neither. And here come Newcastle. Bursic went flying out and doesn't win the ball, the man, or nothing. And in the end, it's the easiest of tap-ins for Victor Roque. Our backup goalkeeper's had a mare. Don't know what he's decided to do here. We should have probably been on the defensive system. To be fair, he tackles it into him, but yeah, just got to do what you got to do. It's the last gasp highlight. Hall fires into the side netting. Is there one more highlight in this crazy game of football? Penalty shootout, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. Penalty shootout. Well, you didn't think you were getting this in the FA Cup, but here we go. Victor Roque hits the post. Awesome. Jevon Simmons. Start us off well. We don't have our big penalty takers on the part, but Jevon can hit. And he does. We have a 1-0 lead in the shootout after 1-1. All right, Mr. Hall. Against Bursek. Make a save. Be a hero, former Stoke City prospect. Good penalty, to be fair to Hall. Even if he went the right way, it wasn't going in. Strand Larson, our natural penalty taker, steps up. And against Pope, puts it in the bottom corner. Pope staying down the middle. Was no cheeky penalty. Karim versus Bursek. Can he do it? Goes the right way, but it was a pretty good penalty. And now David Watson, who's been really good this season, stepping up to give us back our lead. Pope stays down the middle again. I don't blame Watson because you would expect Pope to dive at one of these, but Pope stays middle and he's foiled. And now it's Makoku versus Bursek. That's a pretty good penalty from Makoku, only because he set the keeper the wrong way. If the keeper goes the right way, he scores. Madsen now versus Pope. And that's a pretty good penalty. Basically sudden death. 3 penalties scored each after 4. Bruno to score or Bursek be a hero. Great penalty down the middle. And now we must score to send it to sudden death or we are out of the FA Cup in what has been a crazy tie. 5-5 overall. It's got to be young McGuinness, the 17-year-old, the wonder kid. Can he score with his sweet left foot? Steps up and, well, Pope went the right way and he's a big boy, but what a penalty from McGuinness. And we are off to sudden death. Endo now versus Bursek. Endo scores. Bursek has not looked like saving a penalty. Pope, with his big stature and going the right way most times, looks like saving a pen. Bursek, unless it's hit straight at him, does not look like it. David stepping up. I have no confidence in this penalty whatsoever. He steps up. Great penalty. Oh, you never know. We go on. 6 penalties each. 5-5. Bursek versus Miley. That's a pen. Probably the best one of the lot that we've seen. What a penalty. Actually, McGuinness's was pretty clutch. And who is stepping up? For a second, I thought Bursik was stepping towards the ball there. And I was like, really? David Coppola, former Wonder Kid. Centre back with potential, steps up, sends Pope the wrong way. 7 penalties down, 6 or both scored by either side. Botman. Bursik with the early dive, and Botman just slots it down the middle nice and easy. Who is going to blink? Always prefer to be shooting first in these situations, but anyhow, and Babu now versus Pope. And Babu steps up. Pope saves. We're out of the FA Cup. What a crazy game of football. And this is what I mean with us at the moment, is that, we conceding way too many chances. Look at us, 16 shots, 10 on target, 5 goals. You can go, okay, that happens. They've had 6 shots on target the whole game, and it's been 5 goals. This is happening a lot. Like, I am not over-exaggerating this. When I mean this is happening a lot, this is happening every single game at the moment. It has been woeful, this run of form that we're on. Ipswich, by memory, had only 4 shots on target. 5 shots on target, 3 goals, right? Forest, I think they actually dominated us, to be fair. Yeah, that's fair. Whatever, right? Arsenal dominated us, I'm pretty sure, as well, when we conceded 2. They only had 6 on target, but same thing. Aston Villa dominated us. Man United were woeful against us. 4 shots on target, 3 goals. Cool. Chelsea was an even game, is what is. Cool, right? Liverpool dominated us, that's fine. You know, they only had 6 shots on target, scored 3 goals. Obviously, this Fulham game we watched live, they only had 4 shots on target, scored 3 goals. Fulham, again, didn't do much and had only a couple of shots on targets for a couple of goals. Yeah, 4 and 2. Right? West Ham did nothing in this game. We beat them 2-1, which was nice. 4 shots on target, a goal happens. And then, obviously, you just watch that one. It's just proving the narrative that we have one of the worst defenses in the league, yet our defensive numbers are okay. Like, United are 15 goals over their XGA, so they are the worst defense. But then it's us at 6. It's not particularly good. And I'll really worry about this Cabarao Cup final, which, by the way, Chelsea won 1-0 on the night and won in a shootout. So we do have Chelsea at Wembley, which is a lot easier than Man City. That's the next game. I'm going to venture a guess we're not going to keep a clean sheet till then. Cabarao Cup final day, Wembley for the first time in the save, only in Season 3 as well. And this is fantastic. As you can also see, we need to talk about the league table. We're flown into 7th, boys. What's happened? 10 games left to go in the season. We're on 45 points. We're 5 points clear of Everton. So even if we lose to Chelsea today, we have a serious shot of making a European appearance next season in Season 4. What I will say about that, it's down to a turn of form. And look, it was all right, this turn of form. But yeah, obviously the Newcastle 5-5 draw, not great. But yeah, as you guys can see, the only other loss is to Man City. So we beat Fulham, we beat West Ham, and I was complaining about defensive solidity. We tried something against Burnley, and it's what we did against Newcastle, the heavy press, full press, which was really good, and we won this game 2-0. We then went the full press against Spurs, and important to look at the match stats when we look at this. They had 1 shot on target, but because we were on top of them and it was a heavier press, we weren't giving them enough time to set themselves to shoot from distance. Being that half a smidge off the trigger pressing in here, right, being half a smidge off, was really just like allowing them, well, they're going to take a touch and then we'll press them. And by that stage, a world-class midfielder or a decent midfielder has enough time to shoot. And it's a bit detrimental scoring from distance. So we did that against Burnley, did that against Spurs, we dominated. And then against Leeds, we went nuclear. Leeds tried to play out against us. It was a typical Farkle was in charge. And yeah, we just absolutely blitzed them. 3.2 XG, 24 shots. Leeds had 6 shots on target, but none could go on the back of the net. Young Martinelli's been keeping very well of late, and he's looking really good. He's starting to develop, and I have a lot of hope for him moving forward. The goal I want to show you, though, is what's been happening in this system is the weaker sides are trying to play out, but because we're on top of them so much, they can't break the 2 lines of the 4. So, like, when we go to when Perry goes to play out, right, and I don't know why they're all in, they're in white because it's Leeds. Don't know why I was thinking we would be in white. We've got the banks of 4, but it's a little bit disjointed because it's trying to press on the fullbacks, which is fine. We actually want them to go long because we've got 6'6", 6'7" centre backs, so it makes some sense, right? In the end, Lee's got to play out, and straight away we trigger and we man mark, and we are tight here. So again, trying to get him to play out, and because we're tight, no passing option, and it's a slide tackle from Bassi, and Amin just goes bang, top bin, pick that out. He's actually been playing really well of late. Is young Amin. We then beat Birmingham City 4-1, and again, we looked fantastic in this game, conceding very late, which I was a bit annoyed about. I think the goal I wanted to show you was Amin's goal against Birmingham as well. He scored a fantastic goal here. We only conceded 4 shots on target. I'm pretty sure it was Amin. It might have been Strun Larsen, but there is a banger from one of them. Nope, might have been Strun Larsen's goal then. Can't remember which one it was. It only just happened just before, and I can't remember. Might be this one here with the ball, like us playing out. And then just the football we've been playing is really good. Like, we win the ball back. It's the ball that is what we want to know about. And Watson, look at this for a ball. Thank you. And yeah, so what I wanted to point out is Amin's been playing really, really well. We beat Everton 2-1 in a crazy game as well. Crazy in terms of the fact that we went 1-0 down, and we had 3.82 XG, and it took Pietro Pellegrini to score a penalty and then set up the goal for Strand Larsen for us to win. And then against Man City, you can see 4-4-2 defensive against City, perfectly fine. I just said I don't want to lose goal difference, and the boys did their job. Unfortunately, though, Bassi picking up a 94th minute red card, and even though he's fantastic, great player to use off the bench, means he's suspended for the final, which is a little bit annoying as well. In terms of tactically, we did make that change, obviously, to go much higher and press, and it's looked much better for us defensively. And we've also got Tosin starting for us, and he's playing as an inverted fullback on defend. This just makes a lot more sense. We're up the field. I don't need the fullbacks to get out of disjointed. We've got a fullback on support on the other side that whips the ball in or goes forward. So we just need someone to sit in. Devon Wrench has not played well at all, no matter what position we've played him in. So I'm more using him as a bit of a backup. As you can see, he's dropped to 2.5 stars due to form. And yeah, it is what it is. In terms of players that are going to be playing for us here today, Bosnijek is coming back from injury, so we might use him off the bench if needs be. Amin's wanted by Middlesbrough and developing pretty well. David Watson, I have to show you, is developing this well. Getting guaranteed minutes. He's locked the long throw trait now. And he's just, he's learning a lot. If he gets that pace to 11, because it was at 8 when he joined the club, an acceleration to 15, he's going to be quick enough to do all sorts of things. He's fantastic. And we're looking really good as a team. Now, a couple other things we need to discuss. Injuries. Bosnijek, obviously no good. Pola's suspended for the final as well, so he's on the bench. Bassi suspended too. And Bursic gets injured as a training injury, which is no good at all. Literally happened just yesterday. And same way Tosin got injured just yesterday as well in training, the day before the final. Typical Football Manager, day before final. Yeah, we'll make sure your keeper gets injured and a couple other players. Luckily for us, he can have an injection. Bursic, though, off the bench, means we don't have a backup keeper. So if Tommaso gets sent off or gets injured, we're in a little bit of strife, but it is what it is. Let's go into the first highlight, though. We're playing Chelsea. Let's see how they're lining up, and then we'll get into the first highlight, and off we go. So Chelsea are lining up like so. Reece James in there, Robert Renan's in there, Badiashile, Cucurella, Sivert's in there, Enzo's in there, Salcedo's in there. It's a side that is much better than us at Wembley for the first time. It'll be Chelsea in the blue, us in the red and the white. Can we win the club's first League Cup since 1972? Let's find out. Martinelli's got 17 kicking, by the way, goes long. Tosin wins it. Lawrence, McGuinness on an early booking, loves a booking, that boy. Anton, Strand Larsen, McGuinness can beat a man and whip it. Backstep ball, Pietro wants it, doesn't get it. Anton now, his ball backstep. Pellegri's there, I think he's offside. The flag went up pretty quickly. He moved for McGuinness's ball in, and by the time it went to Anton, he whipped, he had to move back on side. So this is going to be 0-0, lads, which is unfortunate. And it has been disallowed. McGuinness, Anton, as you can see, he's offside and then doesn't move back onside. Could have been 1-0 up. Instead, it's 0-0. Benot to Badiashile. Raphael, picked off. Salcedo, Cucurella. Consa wins. Simmons, Pellegrini, and Simmons. And away we go. Raphael Leao doing well. Sivert, back to Danham. Robert Wren. That's a bad ball. Anton wins. Falls back to Anton, the bustling midfielder. Club captain Walter Anton, the man from Uzbekistan. 3.6 million, 8 assists this season, by the way. Seems to win the ball back and lay it off to a midfielder or a striker a lot. There's his first goal, I think, this season that he scored. He generally scores a couple from distance, but we're 1-0 up here at Wembley. A tackle from Sivet, falls back to Anton, just runs through him, mauls him. And there we go. We lead 1-0 at Wembley. Highlight straight away, though, and McGuinness wins it. Goes back to Borza. Into Jamie Lawrence. Borza. Anton. Watson can turn. Good ball in to Jevon Simmons. We're out. Tossin sitting real deep, which is what I like to see. Just make the back free and allow our fullback to go a bit higher. And there goes Tossin again. We'll drive into the space if needs. Conser, though. Out the other way. Anton. Because all the way back there to Martinelli. Probably should have just went out to our centre-back. We do find Mr. Lawrence. McGuinness. Poor ball. Took too long to get out there, lads. And that's our fault. Rafael Leao doesn't miss many. Sivet from distance. Martinelli does enough. And it's going to be 1-0 still Stoke. Palmer. Enzo. Backstick ball. Yorkerez, who obviously plays at Chelsea, can't get on it. 25 minutes played. Probably the end of this highlight. Martinelli, what a claim. 6'4". He's really developing into a keeper. Another highlight. Fast and furious one. Not too much editing for me to do when I watch this one back. Sivet picks it up off Watson. Yorkerez, what a save. Tommaso Martinelli's having a weldy. Still 1-0. Come on, lads. Can he do it? Can he make another save, or can we head this one away? Can we actually win this cup final? Reece James, Enzo, never a penalty, cleared. Watson, that's the weird place to stop the highlight. Corner down the other end, though. McGuinness. Tossing heads. Oh, it's flicked over. Strun Larsen got there. Oh, could have been 2-0. Instead, big chance missed. 37 minutes. Chelsea play out. We're really good at pressing. Or being in this 4-4-2, we're really good at picking up people. Salcedo can't really turn, but he does. Tossin doesn't get on the touch of Rafael Leao. We're just a half a yard too slow to win that one against Chelsea. Against weaker sides, it works really well. Enzo in the box. What a run, but it's a bad miss. Still going to be 1-0 Stoke. Highlight. Long kick. He's got 17 kicking. Great kick. Strun Larsen doesn't win the header, though. Have seen him in open play kick it nearly to the box, Martinelli, a couple of times. Yorkerez, Rafael Leao, what a run. And in the end, what a cutback. And that is 1-1. A moment of brilliance from Rafael Leao to go on a crazy little mazy run. He's pretty quick when he gets going. Great 1-2 with Yorkerez in the end, because Yorkerez played the ball out to him. And there we are. That's a tap in. It's 1-1 right on half-time. At half-time of the cup final, it is 1-1. We've played pretty well. Very even game. 8 shots 4, 8 shots 6. Chelsea having more of the ball, as they will naturally. But I'm pretty happy with this. It is 1-1. We'll get into the second half. Reece James goes short. Should have won that. Anton, of all people, should have won it. But Watson decided to lock onto it. Palmer, Enzo. Good from Strun Larsen, dropping in as the complete forward. Pellegrini. Back to Tossin. Conser. Tossin. Watson. Simmons. Poor. Sivet now. Good ball out to Palmer. Cole Palmer, good save, Martinelli. He's having a great game, the Italian. He's playing like a first-team goalkeeper, that is for sure. Reece James's ball in's cleared away. 47 minutes played. 1-1. Highlight continues, unfortunately, for us. Salcedo. Wow, it's blocked, and Conser's done really well. Chelsea starting to dominate us here. I don't want to move into the defensive system because it's too early and we'll invite too much pressure. 1-0 up, maybe we would, and try and eke out for 45 minutes. But yeah, in the end, still 1-1. Cup final, can we do it? Can we find a way? It's all Chelsea at the moment. Palmer. Robert Rennan. If we can win the ball, though, look how much space for us to break into. In the end, Yorkerez scores. Was he offside? Flag went up pretty quickly. He looked offside. I don't think this one's going to count. It's going to stay at 1-1. We might need to change something here. Going to tell us to demand a little bit more. I think it's the first change. Need something to happen. Anton's got a gashed lower leg. You're our most important midfielder. You're staying out there on one leg. I don't care. Ball goes back to Martinelli. Out to Jamie Lawrence. If we need to go long, we can go long. That's a great ball from the keeper. Anton now. Strand Larson, McGuinness wants, McGuinness gets, McGuinness is in the box, cuts it, Pellegrini, but such a bad miss from Pietro. Wow, he's having an absolute stinker today. We are going to get him off. Bosnijek, are you ready to come on? Probably not. Amin's going to come in. He knows how to score. He's in decent form. I'm going to bring him on, but if we get towards the shootout, I'm going to take him off. Anton is dead, but I need him to be out there. Martinelli can go long. Does go long, but to the wrong side of the ground, and Rafael Leao is going to be able to go on a run here, and he does. He's a very nippy winger, is Rafael Leao. Salcedo towards the edge of the area. Toss him, what a tackle. Never a penalty ever. The referee points to the spot. If this gets given, I'll be livid. Great crunching tackle from Anton. He's from front on and he wins the ball. No penalty given. Thank Christ. Still 1-1. Jevon Simmons, backstick ball, cleared away. McGuinness doesn't get there before Palmer. I think it's McGuinness. Looks like McGuinness. Probably is McGuinness. Reece James, Robert Wren. Can we win the ball maybe? They're dominating us in the middle of the park here. Yorkerez, Reece James. Out to Palmer. Reece James again. Civet. Palmer. Watson wins. Jevon wanted it. Didn't get it. That's fine. We'll go. Borza finds McGuinness. Ball inside is on and he finds Strand Larson. Lawrence, Borza, Strand Larson, the runner McGuinness. He's onside. Can he cut it? Instead he shoots and he puts it wide. It's a bad miss. If he cuts it to Amin Meyusa, he probably taps in and we win. Oh, we win. We score. Don't know about winning, but yeah. 72nd minute. Civet, Cook, Rafael Leao. Another mazy little run from Rafael Leao. Simmons does so well. Strand Larson, can he win the header? He doesn't. If he did, there was plenty of space for Amin to run into, and he's pretty quick. Tossing gets beat. Cucurella now. In the box. Numbers are queuing for Cook. Instead he shoots. Martinelli, what a save. Diving header away from McGuinness. Backstick ball. Tossin flicks it away. We're at 6s and 7s at the back, but we're doing enough. And on the break comes Meyusa. Tossin. That's that. I'm going to make a change here. And the change is the defensive system. Get us to half-time. Get us to full-time is what I'm saying. I don't want to take him off. It's painful. Madsen, you have to do what you got to do. I do not want to do it. McGuinness is also tired, but I really don't want to take him off either. Rigo can go out there. It could be David. I'm actually going to bring David in as a defensive winger on support. McGuinness is off. Go to something like that. Defensive-minded system. Let's sit in and eke up some pressure. Strand Larson looks tired. I don't care. You're going to need to stay out there just in case there is a shootout. 5 minutes at a time. We're off to extra time. The defensive system has done its job. I'm going to stay in it as well. I think this makes a lot more sense. Complete forward on support, though, was the change we'll make. There is some people that are tired, but there's no one I really want to bring on. I think Watson is dead. Going to bring Watson for Devon Wrench. And Babu's going to come on here for Tossin. So we still have some long throw ability. I think that's the next couple of changes. Reece James throw in. Lavia. Robert Wren. Salcedo. Yorkerez running at people. Rafael Leao. Ball to Yorkerez. He scores. Flag doesn't go up, which generally means it's a goal. We're looking at it. Martinelli is convinced he's offside. He is complaining like no tomorrow. And the flag is up. VAR has disallowed it. It's still going to be 1-1 in the cup final. Just. Absolute just. It's a penalty shootout. We're one penalty shootout away. We are one penalty shootout away from winning the Cabarao Cup, the League Cup, and being in Europe next year. Who knows? We might play around with the penalty taking here. Bosnijek can take penalty number 4. Strand Larson. Yeah. Who's got composure? Madsen's got composure. Connor's got composure but can't take it. Borza over David. Yeah, I'll do that. Stay calm. You'll be right, boys. Martinelli is a big boy. He's 6'4". Can he save a pen? Yorker is to get us underway. Fires it easily. Jevon Simmons, our normal penalty taker to get us off to a good start. Up he steps. Beats Damon. 1-1 after one each. Joao Pedro. Looks like he has the armband on, which is interesting. Martinelli versus Joao Pedro. Martinelli went early. Pedro goes the other way. And now it's Strun Larsen. He's had a really good time of it this season and has looked good from the spot. Our number 9. Just through the keeper and in. Keeper went the right way, but it was a good enough penalty. It is 2-2 after 2 each. Can Martinelli be a hero? Oh, what a pen. Inside of the post and in from Miranda, or else that was saved. This is the one I'm worried about. Madsen. He's got great composure, but he's not a natural penalty taker. Up he steps. Sends the keeper the wrong way. It was top bins. It's the best penalty of the lot, and I was worried. Serpent. Oh, the Serpent. I had him at some stage in a different save, and he scores. Good to see him. We had him... Where did we have him? Stoke? Can't remember. Anyway, Bosnijek. Brought him off the bench for a pen, and he slots at bottom bins. It's 4-4. It's basically sudden death. Rafael Leao had a great game. Can Martinelli shoot him down? No, that's a great penalty. Now up steps Borzo, who's not had the best of year, but he played pretty well today. Can Borzo score to force sudden death? Or is it going to be heartbreak for Stoke? Up steps Borza in the left foot. Sends the keeper the wrong way. We're off to sudden death. 5 perfect penalties apiece. Robert Renan, the Brazilian centre-back. That's a great penalty too. Martinelli going the wrong way. And even if he went the right way, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have saved it. I think it's now David's turn. The left back from Italy. He's had a pretty good year as David, to be fair. He's developing quite nicely. 2 left footers in a row. David steps up. Sends the keeper the wrong way. It's 6 perfect penalties apiece. Salcedo now versus Martinelli. Can he be a hero, the Italian? No, he goes the wrong way again. Our goalkeeper coach and Martinelli need to sit down and actually come up with a plan for pens. Have it on your drink bottle like Pickford. All right, who is walking up there for us? Consa, maybe? No, it's Jamie Lawrence, 6'7". Big towering figure. Doesn't mean too much in a shootout, though. And Lawrence misses. And we lose the League Cup final in a penalty shootout, 7-6. Heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak. Oh, what an episode. For us to make Europe, though, we must finish now top 7 in the league or have, one of the top 6 clubs win the FA Cup, which is probably what will happen, and then 8th will get a Conference League spot. But wow, that's unfortunate, lads. Our first cup final here at Stoke. We may not get many because this is the last save before FM26, and it ends in defeat. We played a very good game. I sympathise with them. A few of them seem alright. A few of them seem to be furious. And there we are. Is what it is. No other news. No. Alright, well, let's have a look at what next episode's going to be, boys. 7th is where we sit. We have a game in hand on Everton. We're 2 points clear. That's pretty good. We're 5 points clear of Forest, but Forest have a game in hand on us. Our goal difference is better than both of them. We've also got teams ahead of us like Arsenal and Spurs that we could maybe catch. Our run home is Fulham, Newcastle, Sunderland, Crystal Palace, Brentford, Ipswich, Forest, Arsenal, Villa and United. Next episode is going to be the end of season conclusion to see if we finish in Europe. I think what we will do is we'll come back at the end of March and recap the next 3 games, and then it'll be like, okay, I'm going to play the next few, and then come back for the Arsenal United live comp, or no, this is getting tense and tight. We're going to come and give you like the Palace game or the Brentford game or the Ipswich game or something like that. Maybe the Forest game, because our run in is Forest, who have got a game in hand on us, Arsenal, Villa and United. Got to put it out there. We're going to need to win the next few games in order to really stand up and have a shot of finishing in Europe. That close to a final win, that close to silverware. Instead, it's a penalty heartbreak, and it is over. What a cup run. Absolutely fantastic. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for being here. Give it a like. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. The playlist of the whole thing is here, and you can go and check out the other video up there as well.